That's fair. So how did you even come up, or how did, coming out of consulting, how did you even find this opportunity? And tell me a little bit about how you found yourself in Shanghai. Was it something you were actually seeking, or was it something where this opportunity presented itself through your network? And talk to me a little bit about that, because I think that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so growing up, my best childhood friend was Chinese. So that was the first time I got in touch with the Chinese culture. I liked it. And once I turned 16, I realized, oh, China actually is also interesting economically. So there's something to do there in terms of business. So very early on, I formed the vision that I wanted to make a career in China, at least for a couple of years, because I thought, it's something that can only have a strong upside. After finishing my consulting years, I thought, okay, so either you do it now or you'll probably do it never, because then you grow older, and as you already said, Patrick, you start, maybe have a girlfriend, and all these things start, and it gets super difficult to say, hey, let's move to China. And so for me, I decided to make the move. How did I do it? Or what would I tell people who try to do it themselves? You really need to go the networking route, because if you go the official sending an application through the website route, first of all, what you'll find is mostly, like teacher gigs. So you're not going to find a lot of finance jobs or finance consulting, whatever you're aiming for. And secondly, if you find some of these, what happens is, these people, they get 50 applications by Chinese people, and then they get this one application from you written in English, and they will be a bit confused at first, even if it's a position that where you can speak English. So I would say it's much better in a country like China, where it's all about networking, all about building those strong bonds, to approach people personally. How would I do it, or how did I do it? I went through LinkedIn. I reached out to a lot of people.
How did you do your filters? Like, what were you looking for? Obviously location, but what else were you looking for? You knew you wanted to be in the startup space, or no?
Yeah, I was purely looking for people in the startup space. And I supplemented that with real life offline experience. I actually did multiple trips to Shanghai. And I remember one trip where I was here for 2 weeks, and every day was full of coffee dates with different potential leads, or business partners. And so
it's the same. It sounds exactly the same as the US.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And networking is universal. That's the lesson here.
Exactly.
Yeah. So just building relationships. Yep. So, okay. So yes, you came for 2 weeks, and you didn't have a job, or this is on your savings basically, and you're just.
Yeah, I know that was during the time when I was working at Roland Burger. So I took 2 weeks holidays and went over.
Wow. So that was your holiday, just coming in Shanghai and having coffee chats with people all day.
Exactly.
You might actually build your empire with that attitude.